So I'm super excited to bring back to my bed the gorgeous, the amazing, the very handsome. What else can I say about Alexander Zenoz? He's a singer, he's a songwriter, he's a performer, and he's a low-key revolutionary. Yeah, all right, that's how he rolls. You may know him from his powerhouse vocals, his big heart, or the fact that he once turned a whole performance into a fundraiser for Sunshine Pride House. Please welcome to my bed, the one, the only, Alexander Zenoz. The audience goes, wow. How are you, baby boy?
I'm great, Faye, especially now that I'm here with you.
Aw, thank you so much for being back in bed with me.
No, it's a privilege, surely.
God, so much has happened since the last time you've been in bed with me. I got to see you perform at P-Town, which we were just talking about. That was just incredible. I mean, like, I felt like you ran that town. You know what I mean? Like, I remember just like going through the streets. If you've never been to P-Town, get your butt there, okay? Go during season, go to Carnival, do whatever you can. It's a bucket list thing to write off, but then you'll want to keep on going back, you know? It's a small, huge place. You know what I mean? I just remember I was only there for 5 days, but I just remember that I needed to get to where you were performing. And I couldn't remember the name of the place, right? And so I'm asking random people, like, it's something about a tin or something to do. It's Alexander Zenoz, right? He's from South Florida, but he's performing here somewhere. And they told me where you were, like down a side street, and I found you and Cal there, like after you guys had performed, you know? That is the kind of place that it is, you know?
No, that's so true.
People are there supporting other people. Performers are support other people. Families are there supporting other people. Like, it's it's one of those places that you go to and you leave different.
Mm-hmm. That's so true. And I feel like they, as a community, are so welcoming and they leave so much space for like new family. And I think that's what's beautiful, especially like coming from the LGBTQ community, where sometimes things can feel like, well, I have my spot, people get territorial, but no, they're like, the more the merrier. We're here for one big gay party. There's something there for everyone. Like, there's a themed week throughout the entire summer. So there's Circuit Week, Lesbian Week, Bear Week, Family Week, because families can actually go see drag shows together because they don't have crazy governors who make crazy laws and erase our sidewalks. So
yeah. You know, you're part of the LGBTQ plus community. You've got a beautiful girlfriend. You've got an incredible dog. You know, you had a couple of, some of us had a couple of weeks off during the holidays, right? Like, did you have a day where you did nothing? Like, what did that look like at all?
Oh, yeah. I think after I got back from P-Town, because I went right after World AIDS Day.
You were there for a month or something. You were there for a while.
Yeah, for like 2 weeks. But it did feel like a month because we did do World AIDS Day, where we did that on November 30th with Can Community Health. And then we went straight from Fort Lauderdale to Tampa the next day. I missed my flight. Don't tell anyone. I know I knocked out because I personally helped like break things down.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, and I just was so exhausted. But we got another flight and I made it to the performance with enough time, luckily. But, you know, after that, I went straight to P-Town. So then I was there pretty much gone for 2 weeks. And after that, I got back around the 16th, the 17th, and I just did my Friday shows at the Greystone and like really took time to like relax and enjoy family and enjoy friends and like prepare for the storm that's this concert. You know?
Yeah. Let me talk real quick about the one time, not the one time, because you're always honestly promoting and donating your time, and you're just such an incredible force. You just are, right? And I just have to mention, you know, about your performance when you donated every dollar to Sunshine Pride House, you know, no ego, no cut, none of that. You know, you just said, this is personal. You know, I need to do this. Where did that come from? Is that like your parents that made you such a great kid? Like what? Where does that come from?
I mean, my parents, I felt like we're good people. Like usually people kind of tend to be like averagely like decent citizens. I don't want to shade them in any way. I probably didn't start to feel that way until I was about like 20 and everything. I think I had gone out to California for a short stint and I went through some hard times. And at some point I was living out of my car for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And during that time, I kept like focusing. I was just very young, so I kept focusing on like, oh, the world is so bad. Why are there so many bad things in the world? And I think there was just this little voice inside my head that was like, if it's so bad, why don't you change it, huh? Like, do something about it. And I was like, well, don't tell me what to do, but yeah. And so I think ever since then, my drive has really been about how can I make the world a better place, even if it's small little changes that are right in front of us, the way that I change, the way that I interact with the world, the way that I think about the world in front of us.
Yeah.
And how I stand as, an example for what other people can do to see the world or experience the world. And so I shaped that with my music and everything. I think, though, specifically with donating every dollar, one of my biggest influences was Glenn Weinzimmer.
Oh, Glenn.
And
with the Smart Ride.
With the Smart Ride.
Yes.
And he really made sure every single dollar was donated right back to the people who needed it most.
Yes.
There was no like special favors to this person, or we're trying to make this person look good, or we're trying to like get more money for advertising, or none of that. Just pure, honest, like,
we're doing this for this.
For this. And if you want to be a part of that, you can be a part of that.
Well, and you even rode.
Yeah, and I rode in it too, and it was an amazing experience. It was a once in a lifetime experience because it was the last Smart Ride too, and we raised $2 million. It was insane, and
amazing.
Since then, I've wanted to embody that spirit. And, in a way, I always try to find like one mitzvah every year, which is like one really good deed. And even though, I'm not Jewish, it doesn't mean I can't embody
no, of course
the
not.
Spirituality and the hope in all spiritualities.
But if not you, then who, right? I mean,
Right,
that's it,
yeah.
And all these little things make a big thing, right? And these little things may be little to you, but they might be monumental to the people you're doing it for.
It's so true.
You know what I mean? Like, I really feel that there's like 500 people doing the jobs of 3 million when it comes to good deeds. You know what I mean? Like, and it could be a little exhausting.
Yeah, definitely picking up the slack for a lot of people out there. But it's worth it, in the long run.
Well, and, but I honestly believe, aside from being super talented and super gorgeous, as you can see, you do good, which is why good comes to you. You know what I mean? Like, at least from my seat. Like, let's talk about your concert that's coming up in January 10th. This is in the next couple of days. So, you got to get your tickets now, Brand new Gray Box Theater. Right? Civil disobedience. That title alone sounds like freaking trouble that I want to get into, right? What kind of night are you trying to give people?
I think the whole point of being disobedient in my head, in my mind, is I think we all hit a point as a community where we busted our asses in the world. We busted our asses in this country to make a certain outcome happen back in 2021. And I think that we ran ourselves dry till the tank was empty, and we suffered a very hard blow as a community, as a people, like just last year, and it continues to be painful. And a lot of people are kind of just sitting there in fear, waiting for, I don't know, a giant meteor to strike above their heads, in a sense. And I think in that moment, while they're waiting, it's just like, well, don't let that control you. They're captivating you. Like, let's break out of this. Let's have fun. Like, fuck that shit. If I can curse for 5 seconds, like, I think we're not going to let them stop us. We're not going to let them erase our rainbow sidewalks. If they're going to erase them, fine. Fuck you. We'll go and we'll paint bike racks. We'll go and I'll paint my chest and run around the streets with rainbows on myself if I have to. We're going to defy that, and we're going to have fun while doing it, because they want us to be afraid. And I'm never going to let that win. I'm going to, hold my chest up high and sing my songs and pound my drums and really make a statement. And everyone who hears that and hears that, frequency and resonates with it is welcome to join and just, live a night in liberty and revitalization, and just really take back their claim to their happiness.
I love that. I feel like you're inviting people into a revolution, and you're like, come on, we have the fatigue, right? Like, we've been through it. Let's fight together. Let's show that we, instead of looking at the cup as half empty, let's look at what we have done, right?
Exactly.
And where we can be if we unite and do what we have to do.
As a community,
as
too,
a community.
because that's all we have. At the end of the day, we we are here for us. And that's all it is a reminder of that, and kind of a reward for all the hard work we've done. Not a preachy, you know, we need to do more of this or we need to do, fuck that shit. We don't need to do more of anything but have fun and talk to each other and communicate, you know? That's my thought on it.
You know, so this isn't just a concert. This is you and the Birds of Paradise, of course, my Birds of Paradise. Hi, David. Hi. Full band, pop rock, classic rock, originals, big vocals, big feelings. You know what I mean? Like when people walk into Gray Box that night, what do you want them to feel before the very first song?
I want them to feel energized, excited. I want people to lean in, and I want them to feel like they can dress up and dress out and really just kind of feel that revolution of we're coming here and we're excited as a group to receive this. And I want to share that with everyone. I want to take these moments. It's not just, you know, about me singing and anyone just watching. I always love to find those boundaries that we can break where I get to bring people in on it, and I get to, you know, kind of share this with my friends and family who and the community who I love so much. It's really, there's always someone new coming to the concert, but like to me they're still family, and it's just like P-Town, like there's always space. We'll make space, and I'm always eager to make a new friend and to invite people into that experience.
Well, and that's something I love about you, is that, you know, you are super talented, but you're also relatable. You're also attainable. Like, you know, you talk to everybody. You know what I mean? Like, you don't make it seem like I'm hot. I'm not talking to you, and I'm talented. Who are you? You know what I mean? Like, you're not that way at all, you know? And you know, I've seen you perform. I've been blessed to see him perform a bunch of times. And at the No Date But Today concert, like, you took us for a ride. You took us for a journey. Like, I was in there. I was like, I had to pee, and I was like, I'm not going nowhere, right? Like, you know, and that's what it's going to be like at the Gray Box. So Gray Box Theater is brand new. You know, Wilton Manors is watching, and this feels like a total moment, which is going to be. Why is this the room? Why is this the place to have it? This will be the first time that you are on the Gray Box stage. You know, like, how wonderful is that? You know, why is this the perfect place to have this?
I feel like the Gray Box is exactly the perfect stage that the Birds of Paradise and I were looking to take, because, you know, it's a community-built space. This has been fueled and powered by the commissioners, by the city, by each and every volunteer that has been working with the theater. The board is built of, you know, incredible community people. Icons, people who like make this community shake and make it and move it, that we all respect.
100.
And, you know, to me, that means something, especially with where I try to come at things with how I want to change the world with everything I do. And I believe in this project. I believe in this community. And I believe in all the potential that we can, you know, achieve if we continue down the path that we're doing, we're heading towards. And it was such an easy choice to like pick this theater. And I'm honestly personally blessed to have the theater there as a community member, and to be able to, you know, utilize this, and to have so many close friends who run this theater who are willing to help me to put this up, because they likewise believe in the artists who are coming through and putting things up in this space. They want people to succeed. They want to help, you know, the arts grow. And this is that kind of, like, I think John Hayden said it great, the best, that, you know, this is now one of those spaces that's going to become a springboard for a lot of small artists in the community, you know, from moving from 30, 50, 100 people, you know, from the Foundry to, you know, the Empire stages, to even the bars, the Alibis, the small pub shows, like, you know, the scenes. It's going to help these artists obtain, you know, that next step that gets them to the Parker, that gets them to the Aureen over at the Broward Center, or that takes them to the next big space that they're going to get to, you know, because the Gray Box has a wonderful 230 plus,
Yeah.
seating. They could even do more than that, but I don't think, the fire department will let them.
I've already seen a movie premiere there. I met Sharon Glass there. Susie Too was there performing. I mean, again, and
She's going to be there in February, but yeah.
And they've been open for like no months. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, like, they've already got such great plans and such wonderful stuff to look forward to already. And like, it's only January. So, get your tickets for Alexander Zenos's events that's coming up January 10th, right?
Saturday.
Civil disobedience, all right? Do not sleep on this unless, you want to miss out, all right? So follow Alexander Zenos on all social media at Alexander Zenos. Right? That works for me?
No,
right?
Yeah,
okay.
That's perfect. That's it.
And grab everything that you need from alexanderzenos.com as well. You can also go to showpass.com to get your tickets, right?
Yeah. She got it. She nailed it.
I got it. All right. Look into that camera and give them your best FayWhat so we can get started with my show.
FayWhat.
There it is.